Hi, I'm Jennifer from Unearthed Relics, and I've got a really special show today. As you can see, I'm not in the spot that I usually am. I am in what I call my Christmas room, which is really a closet, although I've got a twin-size bed that doubles as a guest room when we have extra company. But year-round, it is also the room dedicated to all things Christmas, and I have really enjoyed collecting vintage Christmas items over the years and like to keep those on display. This is also the place that I come shop during the holiday season when I'm decorating other parts of my house. So I thought this would be the perfect spot to do today's video because I've got something else special that I'm going to be talking about here in just a minute. So one of my favorite things to do during the holiday season is to enjoy the things that I've collected and try to find ways to repurpose them and create new things that people are going to love and enjoy. And one of the things that I love and enjoy are glue books, and I've been doing Christmas journals using holiday ephemera for the past couple of years. Big shout out to Marguerite Miller and the collage community that she's created, because that's been a huge inspiration, along with the Christmas themed books that she comes out with. And I've had a lot of fun creating different kind of holiday themed books of ephemera and putting those together, and they just bring a lot of joy. Like every time I flip a page, like my heart warms up a little bit. And I'm super excited to get started on the one that I'm going to be working on for this year. That being said, as I was pulling out all of my ephemera and getting it categorized and ready to craft with, I realized I had a whole lot, which is a byproduct of the fact that I collect a lot of these things from the Goodwill and Goodwill outlets when I go shopping there, and I see it as kind of rescuing items. So I can't let them stay there, because after they are out on the floor at the outlet, they're often thrown away. I think that they do try to do things to recycle them as well, but a lot of that stuff probably ends up in a trash bin or landfill, and it just breaks my heart because there's so many amazing things that are part of people's Christmases past, and I like to rescue them, and that's what Unearthed Relics is all about. So I came up with this idea as I was going through my ephemera last night, and I figured, since it was a season of sharing and giving, that I would come up with a way to share out with the broader community of crafters that are also into doing the same kinds of glue books and holiday collages and just lovers of ephemera in general. So I put together 3 packets of holiday ephemera and other items, including some cloth and embellishments that could be used for a holiday junk journal or glue book. And I am going to do a drawing for 3 lucky winners to get an early Christmas present and have some fun new things to craft with over the course of the holiday season. I'm going to show off some of the things from one of the packets. They're all a little different, obviously, but I tried to put the same kinds of things into each one. And all I'm asking in return is that you subscribe to my channel, hopefully hit the like button as well, and then at the end I'm going to put up a short form that you can sign in. All you need to put is your email for now, and if you are one of the 3 winners, I'll reach out to you and get an address. Because of the cost of shipping these things, since I'm doing it for free, I'm only going to be able to send those things to people in the United States. But if you're someone from outside of the United States and want to go ahead and sign up, I'll put a little button there for you to let me know that, and I might try to put together a little packet that I could ship internationally as well. So that's my plan, and now I want to show off some of the things that I've put together in these really cool holiday ephemera packets that have more than 75 different cool items that you can craft with from all different eras, and hopefully things that will provide lots of inspiration. So let's get going. So this little Santa is a reproduction, but he is super adorable and makes a great thing to kind of stick down in a pocket or glue right onto a page or a cover of a junk journal. There's some holiday colored playing cards from an old canasta deck, and another one that has a little lamppost on it, red and green. This little postage envelope is full of goodies, including some tags and these little golden stickers. Let me pull one of those out. That I found recently at a Goodwill Outlet. Stamps, some stamps and holiday stickers, actually vintage old holiday stickers, a little season's greeting bauble there that could glue on to something, that would be great for a cover because it's a little bit thicker, or a holiday craft. And the envelope itself is really cool. So it's one of those envelopes designed for stamps. So that's what all of those little things are in. I love this teeny tiny little card, and I found a couple of these pretty recently, and I love the fact that it had the red and green flowers. So I stuck that in there as well. There's a whole stack of vintage recipe cards, different handwriting, different recipes. I tried to pick things that were kind of holiday themed, and they're kind of naturally aged. So that's really cool as well. You don't have to fake antique them. There's a lot of old vintage music. I love the fact this was a find that I made where someone had already cut things up into squares and strips, and that was great because I have a hard time. I find vintage music all the time, but I hate cutting it up. So there's a couple pieces of that, an old receipt that's got kind of a funky green pattern on it, another vintage postcard with a 2-cent kind of self-contained stamp there, a couple pieces that are kind of double paged or booklet style, so they could be sewn into a junk journal. This one has recipes. See another piece of music, a practice sheet with some handwriting on it, the cute page from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer book, another bingo sheet, little Christmas bag there, some other little embellishments that would be great for having kind of peek through images, a set of different holiday related photos. This one's got some snowmen and Santa and kids in front of trees, houses with snow in front of them. So a couple different photos that you can use in different crafts. Here's another piece of sheet music. Let me get a couple more of those. Bingo, this one's actually a cardboard bingo card in vintage, so it's already naturally aged. A couple doilies. It's another page that you can use. This one's from a cookbook. It's got a little menu on one page. Vintage, actual real vintage postcard. So this one's from 1928 and has the canceled stamp, so you can see that that was mailed to someone in the city. It doesn't even say which city. So I don't know how that got there. Maybe that was just mailed in town. I've never noticed that before, but that brings me joy, and hopefully that'll bring someone else joy. Here's a little page from St. Nicholas Night Before Christmas storybook. A couple cards. I love these. This one's got some glitter on it, but they've never been used. And they got really cool writing inside of them as well. So you could actually probably use those as cards if you didn't want to use them for crafting. And then a whole lot of fun vintage fabric and trim and things that you can use for an embellishment in a junk journal. So a little doily, some lace of different holiday related colors, and lots of rickrack. The lace I put in there, there's some really pretty pieces and some older pieces too. That's another one. And then a piece of holiday plaid and a piece of tinsel, and then some other paper, scrapbooking paper. Again, everything rescued from the Goodwill Outlet and perfect for crafting. A piece of vintage wrapping paper. So yeah, lots of goodies in here. These are the finished packs, so I can stick those down into mailers, and I'm gonna set things up. I'll put a link here in just a second. If you subscribe to the channel and then add your information in on the form, you only have to share your email address right now, and I've got a couple other questions that'll be optional. And then I'll only ask for your address if you are one of our 3 winners. This is all really about trying to find ways to connect with other people who love ephemera and vintage items as much as I do and like to craft with them. I find things all the time, and my drawers and my shelves are overflowing, and I figured this was a fun way in this season of sharing and giving and love to share the love with other crafters. So thank you so much. Thanks for your interest in vintage items and saving vintage items, especially from trash bins and landfills, and happy crafting this holiday season.